look crazy. Hey, we live, we live, we live, we live. Hey, we live, we live. And we live. We out here today. Like I told you, we was gonna definitely have some downstate trips or some trips to a couple different places. This is one of our first, and this is my niece right here. This is she used to hate when we used to call her AC. And we used to bother her, but now she's all grown up and she's in college. And she's gonna tell you what college she's going to. Because right now we at her college apartment, and we're gonna get to know a little bit more about her. But like I always say, I don't really like to introduce people because I feel like their name is more important than like mine. I mean, me saying it to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if you ever had somebody say your name wrong, a lot of times, right? I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I know for me, it's like
I will answer like on the attendance when you be like Aniya, I'll be like,
looking right
and
at
I'm like, sorry, you didn't call my name.
No, I know what you mean because I don't like it. I know for me, sometimes when they say my name wrong and I tell them my name, they're like, "You sure that's how you say it?" No, I'm not sure.
Well, it's only the name my mom gave me.
Just had it for a couple years now. But so you can tell them your name and then you can tell them a little bit about you, and then I'll just like interject and we'll just kind of keep going from there.
Okay, well, my name's Aniya. I go to Delaware State University, and I'm a junior. I'm a mass communications major with a concentration in public relations. What else?
Okay, so talk about how your grades are looking right now.
Right now, my grades are looking pretty good, you know. Trying to catch myself before I start to sink, you know.
Well, what's pretty good? What was your first year?
Is coming up.
What was your first year? How did it look like your grades?
Womp, womp, womp. Bad. Last year my grades were good though. I got on the dean's list and everything, so.
Okay, so it went down.
No, it went up.
Oh, it went up?
From freshman year.
Okay, so that's good then.
Yeah. Trying to keep it up, you know.
Keep
you
it
have
up.
goals.
Keep it up, my sister. You know what I'm saying? Nah, that's good though. But you've always been smart when it came to school, because I know when you was in high school, you had got some awards, and you had like, you was on like the honors and all that good stuff. Like, what are some things that you got in high school?
See, there's the thing about high school. It was kind of easy for me, so.
Why was it easy?
I don't know. Like, I would just do enough to pass, and that would be an 80, so I was cool with that. But here is actually like you kind of gotta put a little more effort into things.
Yeah, but it is because honestly, once you start to get into college, it's really the real world. Because you like they don't really care if you come to school or not, because you gotta make sure that they know that you're there. You gotta like still have a job, and you gotta still, you know, you gotta kind of keep yourself busy, but also still be focused on your work. And then you don't have no real parents telling you what to do.
I know, that's the hardest part. But no, as long as I have things to do, like I have a scheduled day, I'm able to keep myself going. Like I know I have class at this time, work at this time, so now I have to make time to study, time to eat. Yeah. So I put myself on more of a schedule type thing.
Okay, so that's good, because with the schedule, it definitely does help. So when let's go back to middle school, and then we can talk about that. And then we'll work our way back up. And the only reason why I like to talk about that is because I like to be able to, I feel like when I was teaching, like I was a teacher or a subbing, I always felt like middle school, there was kids there at that time are like all over. Like they're just trying to find themselves, trying to fit in, trying to be cool. So like for you, how was middle school?
Middle school was just middle school. Like, you know, you're not really thinking about the future or anything, because, you know, you're just in middle school. You're like, this is 6th, 7th grade. Like,
so
what is this going to count for?
How was that for you?
It was cool, you know.
What was your grades?
My grades were always good because I was just always smart, like in the 80s and stuff, because I was just always, you know, I could do the bare minimum and get an 80. But, you know, in junior high school, in middle school, I wasn't too worried about grades and stuff. I was more concerned with friends, but I didn't have bad grades.
So how was that like, since you being concerned with friends, like, did y'all have like all these little catty fights as girls? I know
yes,
at that
in
age,
middle school,
like the worst.
In middle school, wait, what's middle school? Middle school and junior high school is the same thing.
No, it is, but I'm saying you were talking about.
Oh yeah, in middle school, yeah, because it used to be like 5 of us, all from Left Rack, and we was like the only 5 main black girls in the school. So it would just be us against everybody. Like,
why do you feel like you was against everybody?
Because it used to be like it used to be other black people there, but the black people like from Jamaica. So now they got an issue with us because, you know, we're from Left Rack. We're from like a cleaner place, you know. We just look different than them, like.
Okay.
So we used to be fighting with them and stuff like that.
So what do you think is just that some people probably thought that you had it easier coming from where you're from?
Maybe. I don't know. They just didn't like us for whatever reason.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. That's why I kind of
even though they were traveling to our school.
Well, everybody needs to get out, because I feel like how you're saying, like you say that like you're battling, or you guys are getting into stuff and you don't even really know. So it's like that all to me is the unknown of people not knowing who you are, or you know what I'm saying? Like,
and middle school is the time when it's like, oh, you don't like my friend, well then I don't like you too. Because I remember we jumped that girl right in the cafeteria, and I didn't even know what was going on. I just turned around, I saw a fight, and I was like, oh no, what's going on? That's my friend.
Nah, no, that's how it is though. Because I know for sure, like, there's been so many times I've seen girls have these petty fights in school at that age, like, over nothing. Like, oh, well, this girl said this, and we was friends, and she doesn't like me now because I hang out with this girl. Like, yeah, a lot of those.
Yes, that is very middle school.
Yes, middle schoolish. But it's cool that you got to get past it. How about, so now we can talk a little bit more about like high school and some of the good things that happened and some bad or whatever. Like how was what high school did you go to first?
I went to 2 high schools. I went to Richard R. Green High School of Teaching until my junior year, and then I was over it because it was far and they had moved the school, and before, like, the previous years they had let you like come in and leave early or whatever, or come late and then leave. But they weren't doing that, and I was not trying to take the trip to the city and then be there all day until 3:30. I was like, I need to go to school in Queens now, where it's more convenient. So then I went to Francis Lewis High School to graduate.
How was that?
I mean, it was cool. I was just like a fish in the sea of many there because it was just such a big school.
No, that seemed like it. I know a lot. That's the crazy thing. Like, people don't know that a lot of these public schools, they have like about 5,000 kids in these schools.
Yes,
like really like so 5. They not all. They're all there. All 5,000 kids are really in the school about 2 or 3 periods. So it's about like 2 or 3. I want to say 2. It's not 3, but it's still crazy to even have 5,000 people in like these buildings, no matter how big they are, especially for high school. And then the kids, there'd be like 30 kids in there, so it's like, it's a lot, you know what I mean? But how was that, like, being in a big class of people?
I was truly just there, and I was a senior, so I'm like, man, I just need this stuff to pass. So I wasn't really trying to, you know, interact with any of the teachers or anything like that, so I was just a name on that list on senior year, like.
But how was, because I know for me, when I transferred from public school, I mean, from Catholic school to public school, I know you was from public school to public school, but I know that the difference of it is, like, so if you don't know the teaching, they can easily overlook you and say you're not doing the work or something, or if you don't have, like, just a little, like, relationship with them.
Oh, you see, that never happened to me, because if I do the work, it's going to be an A work, so you're never going to say, like, oh, Miss Carter, I didn't find your paper, or you didn't.
I'm not even saying about the work, really. It's just more so being there. It's just like you're like another number. Like, okay, Miss Carter A, this person B. Like, it's just going through it. Like, it's not really like. Do you feel like you got really good teachers and you learned a lot?
No, I didn't learn a thing, senior.
But why do you feel like that?
Because I was just out of it. I was like, I'm over this. I'm ready to go to college. Like, what are y'all still even teaching me? And it's like my senior year, I had taken all of my like super important classes, so I was really just like in school maybe for 3 periods.
Yeah, but that's how it is if you really do your work. Your senior year are not as hard as the first 3 years. You don't have as many classes. Being in the school you went to before you transferred to Francis Lewis. What like how was that like with friends, and other than just the traveling part, like how was the teachers? Did you feel like you learned stuff there?
Yes, I liked that school a lot. I had a really good guidance counselor there. Me and her had a really close relationship. Like, she spoke to my mom, like, and everything. Like, we would buy her gifts on holidays. She was really nice. The teachers all really cared about you, because that was like a smaller school. Okay. So the teachers all really cared about you. You knew everyone in the school, and it was really nice. I just didn't like the students so much, because at first the school was like on it was in East Harlem, so you know you have all of that crowd, and since the school moved, they don't transfer schools, they just came with us, so it was kind of still the same vibe, even though we was in a different building.
Okay, well, at least not that much change. But let's talk about how like everything that you're doing now, and also like where do you see yourself after you finish college? Do you like, first question I like to ask, right? And I always ask, do you like college? And do you feel like while you're here, is it worth it for you to be here?
I love college. This is a great time. You know, you figure out things that work, you figure out things that don't work, and you know, you have a whole bunch of space and opportunity to mess up. Because I mean, I have a job, but at the same time, if I ever said I needed money and I call my mom, she's gonna send it to me. Like this is a good time to, you know, make mistakes and stuff like that and figure things out.
Yeah, no, definitely experience. That's why I always tell people, even if you hated college, the only way you can figure that out is if you win. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are like, oh, I'm not going to college, and it's like, oh, because my friend or this person, like, yeah, but you got to try it for yourself.
Oh no, you're crazy, because you think you have fun at home.
When you get to college, it's much better because you're really in that transition of still being at home in a sense, but still having that support system. Because once you finish college, you're really an adult. You know what I mean? Even when you like, oh, mom, I need some money, like, well, you better go work some extra hours because you ain't getting none of my money. Like,
Mom, don't do that to me. I love you.
Mom, can I get $50? I'm serious though. You know my number.
She is not playing with you.
Yeah, I ain't giving them $50. Anyways, no. So where do you see yourself like after college?
I don't know, but I just know that I need to make some money. So, you know, this year I feel like it's the time to like work myself to death. So I'm gonna try to get like a little internship, a government internship, and try to dabble in a couple things, you know, now, so that by the time I graduate, maybe I could be up a level or something.
That's good
up
though.
A pay grade. And it's just like right now I have nothing but energy to give to this stuff. Like, and plus on top of that, like, besides the energy, that would just be so much money that I could save. Like, I would never have to spend that money. I could always save the whole check and just spend what I make at Red Lobster or something like that. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I understand. It's all about balance, because a lot of people, a lot of kids or individuals, they think that they can't do certain things because of like how other people tried it and it didn't work. You know what I mean? Like, they just give up. But I feel like if you believe in yourself, it doesn't matter how many times somebody else failed at it. You might succeed or be like better or way better or be the best at what you want to do. Excuse me. So you definitely should go for whatever you feel like you want to try, or even do the internships, because the internships definitely let you know if you want to do it or not. So what are some internships you want to try to get into? I know you said government, but like something that's more specific.
I don't know. I have been doing research. I saw some like homeland security and stuff like that, like big opportunities that would really, you know, transfer over when I graduate.
Like a detective then?
No, I'm like a detective. I want to sit behind the desk. Put me in the human resources communications department.
Hey, how you doing? Okay.
Yes.
So what's
I could plan an event for you or something.
Right. So that's cool though. Also, you like planning events?
Yeah, things like that. It's fun. I like to have.
So what is like? Okay, if you can really say your dream job, what would that be?
I want to do like public relations, you know, consult with them about their images, what they should and should not do. I can honestly see you do that though. Thank you.
The reason you're really like your mother's child, but you do have a lot of energy, and you're very smart no matter what happens like with you and stuff. And that's like the best thing, that you don't want to just have a pretty girl, you don't want to just have like airhead or somebody that just like thinks they understand stuff but they really not. And that's good that you are smart, so I do feel like you're going to be successful. You just have to like really find what you want to do and figure it out. Once you figure it out, I know you'll be like great at what you're going to do. So another thing I want to ask you, so we got 2 more questions and then we're done. So one question is, I know you said what kind of job you see yourself doing, but what is like your dream job? Like, if you could just be like, okay, after I get out of college, this is what I'm going to do. Like, what would that be?
My dream job is no job. It's just money. That's the dream. The dream is that I could wake up and not have anything to do today.
Yes, but I'm saying you still would have to have some way of that income coming in for to have those type of jobs where you just like working.
I would like to make the phone calls, you know, make sure the money gets here and here.
Okay.
I'll pick it up at that point.
Yes, because I'm going to be over here swiping or
yes.
going to do something for the store. Now I feel you. All right, so last question. Well, before we go to the last question, what I like to do is I like to tell people this, you know, you can tell them your social media, so like your handle, so that people can maybe contact you or follow you or, you know, anything like that. So you can tell them something. Spell it out, because a lot of people may not know how to spell as good as as you do. I'm not gonna say me as good as you do probably because I don't know. But you can spell out. You got all of them: Twitter, Instagram, whatever ones you use. You don't have to use.
Okay, I only have Instagram. I'm boring. Okay. But my Instagram is theA.list. THEA.list.
Okay. So you don't be on your Facebook?
I don't even use Facebook. That's for you old heads.
I know, this is what we're doing right here. We live, but it's fun though. So I'd like to say on my video too, you definitely gotta check us out. This is Rain Check. I got the YouTube channel. We do this live through Facebook just because I like it to be more real and I like people to be comfortable. And we use the word rain check as a safe word. So if I may ask you a question you don't like or don't want to answer, like, let me get a rain check on that one. Definitely check out my Instagram page. It's raincheck12. We got all the interviews up. I'm going for 1 million interviews right now. I'm at 80. I want to say 80 interviews. I've only been doing it for a month and a half, not 2 months.
Oh wow.
A month and a half. Because I know I started like late July, I want to say, no, August. So yeah, you can say like 2 months now, 2 months. But still, that's still a lot, you know what I mean? And I'm going to get to 1 million, I'm definitely focused. But I do it because I feel like a lot of people have all these stereotypes. And I know you might see some people, you'll look at them like what's the matter with them? But then when you finally get to know them, you're like, oh, okay, I know, you know what I mean? So that's kind of like why I like to do it, because I don't like people to always think like, just off their image, that's who they are. No, you still have an inside, you have a mind, and you're very smart, and that's just really it. So we're gonna get to the last question. The last question is really, I always ask people, what is, it's one of the options. Either what is the hardest thing you've ever been through, or something that you went through and couldn't get by, or that you still deal with. And the reason why I ask that is because we all live our lives, and people just look at us like everything is easy. And nothing, like we didn't go through, or anybody didn't go through anything. You know what I'm saying?
Do we have to go to this question, really?
Well, this is why you got the rain check.
But the hardest thing that I've ever been through was really my uncle dying, because that was like a really close person to me. He wasn't so close to age, but 10 years, y'all was watching me a lot and stuff like that. I spent a lot of time with y'all, going where y'all went. Y'all was mad, but I was there.
Yeah, Aniya, come on.
Go play in the park while we go play basketball.
Yeah, stay right there. Where you going?
But yeah, that changed me a lot, because even now that I'm in school, I don't want to go to the party where everybody's all drunk and hanging out and acting crazy, because I just don't trust those kind of situations. I want to be level-headed and clear-minded and be able to know what's going on around me and make sure that I'm safe and the people that I'm with are safe and things like that.
Yeah.
So that was a big thing for me.
No, I know it was, and I can tell, because as we grow up and I watch you and I see you grow, and this is just off subject or on subject, but even when I found out you was going to college, I was like, yo, I feel old, but to go through that together as a family, I think it was way better than to go through it by ourselves, because it definitely was tough, and it still is some days, I do appreciate you sharing that, because it's not easy. A lot of people think that it's easy for you to come on camera, or in general, not saying right now this is the biggest show in the world, but in general, when you're filming something and you gotta express something that really is part of your daily life, because you still think about certain things, or you might be like, oh, if my uncle was here, he would do this or that, and that's how I live. I'd be like, oh, if my friend was here, he'll be doing this or that, and I just laugh sometimes. But I think it does make you stronger, and it makes you it makes you much wiser too. Mm-hmm. It definitely does. So I don't like to end on it. So one more question, and then this is it. This is more of a something.
I think you said that
I know. I did. I always do that though when they get closer to them, because I always get that. Oh, let me get that one more question. But where's some way fun that you went with your family? Because I know the last thing that I saw that y'all did, I know y'all probably did something before, that was that family reunion. I felt like y'all had 100 people there. That looked ill though.
It was everybody there, but it was so cold still in Virginia Beach. Oh, yeah. That was the only thing.
How was that the family reunion, everybody being out there?
Too much. I am not here for the family reunion. I am so not here for it.
No, I feel you though, because it can
take
be
everybody in one big dose,
Yeah, you got the crazy aunts, uncles, cousins. You look at him, look at her go by. How they be doing, but they funny though. I know y'all had fun just to be able to have that experience though, at least one time. I always say, this is the first time, but it's not the last time. So we definitely gonna do another one. But I like for people to get to know you. So once we do another one and they hear you, they already know who you are and they know where you're coming from. So this is Rain Check Show, and we just checked in with her. And we definitely gonna come back. We got some stuff coming up soon. Once I get down to Atlanta, we are out here at Delaware. Is it State?
State University.
I'm sorry, State University.
Yes, put some respect on our name.
Oh, put the respect on it. But this is Rain Check, and we definitely live. See you later. Yeah.